One of the most common questions I get about natural health, natural living, and a focus on the home is how in the heck do we survive without dryer sheets? How do we get rid of static cling? Well, I'm here to tell you there's actually a secret to this, right? So the way that it works is that you put your clothes in the dryer and they tumble around and, to us, we open up the door and it's full of static, right? Well, actually, the problem is not the clothes and it's not even the dryer. Well, it is partly the clothes. It has to do with the fabrics that you're using. So there's a couple of secrets to getting rid of static cling. And the number one secret is what you put in the dryer. So if you have synthetic fabrics, things like fleece, the shiny fabrics that your kids' sports shorts, things like that are made of. I'm going to show you an example in a minute. If you put those in the dryer, they're synthetic, they're man-made fibers. And so as they spin around in there, it creates that static cling. If you only put natural fibers, things like cotton sweatshirts, jeans, underwear, anything like that in the dryer, then you won't have any problems with static cling. We have been dryer sheet free for over 4 years. My husband's manning the camera for me tonight. Over 4 years now, and we seriously, the only time we ever have static pop up is when we accidentally put something in the dryer that is man-made. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples of man-made fabrics that you should watch out for as you're putting clothes into your dryer, and what do you do with those clothes instead, right? That's the other big question. Okay, so I can't put these clothes in the dryer anymore. What do I do with them? So the first thing you're going to do is get yourself one of these dryer racks. This is just a little pop-up one. It's really tall, so it doesn't take up a lot of room width-wise. And we can get a lot of clothes on here. A lot of our kids' clothes are made out of synthetic fibers, and that's true for my teenagers and my 4-year-old. And so this can hold all of those clothes. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples of synthetic fibers, because some of us we don't know what that means, right? This is my daughter's pajama shirt. It's the real soft, fuzzy kind of fleece pajamas. This is synthetic fiber. It's not a natural fiber. And so this causes static cling in your dryer. So you wash it, you pull it out, and you're going to drape it over your drying rack. When you're pulling your clothes out of the washing machine, you just look at them, decide, is this synthetic? If it is, put it on the drying rack. If it's not, stick it in the into the dryer. Fleece jackets, like Columbia jackets, again, another classic. You can have socks made out of fleece. You can have pajama pants made out of fleece. These are some of my husband's pajama pants. They're a fleece. So if you get something like this, again, you're just going to take it over the center here and drape it over the drying rack. Okay? Same thing with your jackets. What I do with this, I don't really drape it too much. I literally just hang it on the end like this next to my dryer. Okay? And then silky sports shorts, stuff like this. Again, synthetic fibers. Just hang it over the drying rack. And so at this point, you've got half your clothes in the dryer that are natural fibers. You've got these ones out here drying. Typically, these are dry by the time the dryer is done running its cycle. So then I can just come downstairs, pull out the cotton clothes, fold them up, put them in the basket, pull these off, put them on top, and take the basket when I go. Okay? So bam, you have just gotten rid of static cling forever. Now, what about the whole concept of keeping our clothes soft? Are dryer sheets doing some of that? How do we make our clothes smell good? Well, that's some of the hazards of dryer sheets, right? There's a lot of chemical residues, synthetic chemical residues that you're leaving on your clothes that are absorbing into your skin. When you smell those synthetic fragrances, you're actually breathing in synthetic chemicals throughout the day. This is attributable to the spike and increase of asthma and respiratory disorders in a lot of kids and adults. And also, you're just putting a flow of chemicals through your body that we don't want to be dealing with, okay? So you want to move away from those chemical products. And we're going to switch to wool dryer balls. So this is one of our wool dryer balls. It's a little, we've had this for over 4 years. It's made from a recycled wool sweater. I got it on Amazon, actually. You can get, you want to get a few of them. You don't want just one. And these bounce around in your dryer, and they aerate your clothes. They help them dry faster, and they soften your clothes. And if you want your clothes to smell good, you just take your essential oils. We've got lemon here. I like lemon, lavender's a great option, pretty much whatever you like. And you're just going to put a couple of drops of your essential oil on the wool dryer ball. Don't use the plastic ones, guys. You want wool. And now, bam, I have lemon essential oil in here. I'm going to throw this in the dryer. You can put a drop or two on a couple of them, throw them in there, run your clothes through, and you have lovely, wonderful smelling clothes. No static cling, and you're saving yourself a small fortune in dryer sheets. Those boxes of dryer sheets are expensive, right? So you want to get rid of those, and you're all done. You now are free to save money for years to come. I should tally up how much money we've saved over the last 4 years, Toby, on dryer sheets. I'm sure it's pretty significant at this point. So that's how you can minimize. That's one area of toxins and synthetic chemicals that you can get rid of, that your kids aren't going to be exposed to, you're not going to be exposed to anymore, and save yourself a bunch of money, and it's super easy and convenient. So we can do this, guys. It does matter what we put on our bodies and what we use in our homes, but moving to natural options is really easy. You just have to find the easy steps. You've got to stick with me. I'll show you the easy ways to make this work for you. You don't have to go out and buy a bunch of crazy expensive stuff. These are cheap. The oils are cheap. The drying rack is cheap, and now you're set. You're good for the next few years at least to get your clothes clean without all the static cling. So that's the secret. Spread the word, share the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.